So, new this week, we want to first start off on a more somber note. We want to pay respects here to the great Don Shula, passed away Monday evening. Monday, I think, was the 4th. 90 years old. That's a good stretch. That's a long stretch. The winningest coach in NFL history, overall record of 347 wins, 163 losses, and 6 ties, which is the most total and regular season wins by a coach. And probably one of the biggest things he's known for. He ran, coached the Dolphins for a long time, but he was the head coach of that one and only perfect NFL season, 17-0 Dolphins in 1972. So
Normally, this is where I would kick in and be an asshole, but honestly, Don Shula is a legend. He played NFL football and was an even great and was a good player, but turned around and became arguably the best coach of all time. And he had.
ooh, those are strong words.
I mean, he was the patriarch. This is a quote from Sports Illustrated. Don Shula was the patriarch of the Miami Dolphins for 50 years.
He was. He was.
Only coach, only team to have an undefeated season. You already said that. One Super Bowl 7. He also brought another team to win the league championship. Who was it? It was the Colts. He also won the NFL championship in 1968 with the Colts.
Yep. Not good for him.
I mean,
But he's a pivotal character in NFL lore that we've lost. So
yeah, to the Shula family and the Miami Dolphins organization, very sorry, and for all football fans,
pour one out.
pour one out.
So what we really want to tackle this week is something that, boy, I don't want to say how I feel about it because I want to see what your reaction is. The Cowboys signed Andy Dalton to a 1-year deal, $3 million, and it could be worth up to $7 million. So I think with that, it's a very clear signal that Joe Burrow is the Tiger King over there in Cincinnati.
Tiger King
And
indeed. The red
also,
rifle is out.
did you see that Nick Cage is going to play Joe Exotic in a scripted adaptation of Tiger King? It's going to be great.
Is that for real?
It's for real. I'm so excited.
Nicolas Cage, his career is on a steep decline.
He just takes any script, any script at all. He'll take it. I liked Ghost Rider, but whatever. Andy Dalton goes to Dallas on a 1-year deal, and the question really is,
Dalton
what
does
does that
Dallas.
what does that mean for Dak? Is really the question, right? Dak Prescott is wanting what, 40 million a year, to basically have to basically ride Zeke's back. So what does that mean?
Look, I look at this, and to me, it's too early to tell anything. I think they've got until July to negotiate something with Dak before they have to make any other serious changes. I think it's July 15th they have to negotiate with Dak. Bringing in Andy Dalton, look, some people forget, but Andy Dalton, just because he was on the Bengals, this guy actually has a winning record. His record, 70, 61, and 2, took the Bengals to the playoffs 5 times. I mean,
He's been to the Pro Bowl, right?
He's been to the Pro Bowl. He's been to the Pro Bowl. His nickname, Andrew Gregory Dalton.
I hate him.
What?
I hate him, by the way.
Nicknamed the Red Rifle. I mean, come on.
I hate him because the first year when I went to school in Madison, my first year, we played TCU in the Rose Bowl, and we lost in like the fourth quarter because for some reason we didn't run John Clay at all that entire game. But Andy Dalton was the quarterback of TCU, and he's up there talking to Aaron Andrews, just being all, I'm just so grateful. Shut up.
Here's what I need to know. I'm going to tell you right now, this pickup is a smart pickup for Dallas.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they got Andy Dalton for pennies on the dollar.
Yep.
At $3 million, up to $7 million if he sees some playing time, he can earn some incentives.
I'll tell you right now, Dak is on notice.
Dak is on notice. Andy Dalton, 32 years old. I mean, he's not a forever guy, but he is definitely a guy you can pay that kind of money year to year, and he's going to have work for the next few years no matter what, assuming he doesn't get hurt. And he's from Texas. I think a great thing for Andy. I like it. I think Dak has got to be cautious, but also Dallas does too. I think Dak will be a hot commodity if he hits the market.
Who? Who? Cam Newton is still sitting. Come on.
Yeah, Cam Newton.
Dak a hot commodity? Come on. Cam's way better than Dak. If Dak is sitting, if Cam's sitting, Dak is gonna be sleeping. All wrapped up in his covers.
I'm just saying there's still teams out there with question marks. I mean,
what I'm going to say right now is Andy Dalton coming to Dallas. Mike McCarthy is a quarterback coach, so good. He can get the most out of Andy Dalton, whatever he's got left. But I expect there to be a legitimate quarterback competition in Dallas. The hard part now is that the Cowboys are kind of, they're kind of almost out of options with Dak's contract because, like you said, July 15th, they have to make a move. And with everything going on right now, you don't have any training camp. You don't have any on-site anything. You can't really evaluate one guy against the other. So do you just pay Dak the money and then hope that Andy doesn't beat him? Because if Dalton beats him out, now you got a $40 million paperweight sitting on the bench, right?
Yeah.
So or do you not pay Dak and he walks, and then Andy Dalton is your guy? I don't know.
Look, I think Dallas, I hate to say it, but I think they did a good personnel decision here. Dak Prescott, whose nickname listed on Pro Football Reference is the Fortress, is got a
who calls him that?
I don't know. Maybe it's a college nickname.
But anyway, I need little bro Cheezy to dial in on this one. Text in, comment in, whatever. Get a hold of us. Is this true?
I don't know.
The Fortress?
But, fan, 30 seconds, last closing remarks on this. What are you going to say?
I'm going to say that I agree with you. It's a smart move by the Cowboys, and I expect there to be a serious quarterback competition in Dallas, and I would not be surprised at all if Dak is sitting on the bench.
I don't see Dak sitting on the bench. I think they either pay and he plays, or they're going to restructure his contract somehow. He's going to play somewhere. But that's all we got for that.